Has certainly sprung. It's so hot in Johannesburg.
It's hot everywhere, isn't it? Good afternoon, Tommy. Good to talk to you again.
It really, really is. So let's look at developments then around, I guess, breaking down the borders for African travelers. Benin has done this, the Seychelles has done this, the Gambia has done this, and Burkina Faso has now joined the queue.
Yeah, the people were thinking of the military ruler, Ibrahim Traore, as just a hard military man who's looking to take control. He is proving that he understands the economy and he understands how Burkina Faso, as a landlocked country, is interwoven with the rest of the West African society, the economic community of West African states. Although they have broken away from it, along with Mali and Niger, but they still understand, like Ghana, like Rwanda, like Kenya, they have to remove the visa fee. But you still have to apply, according to the Security Minister, Mahamadou Sana. He said you still have to apply, but you can do it online for approval. As you can well imagine, Tammy, the security situation is such that you can't let everybody in. But in fact, this is a better way of controlling inflow of people and keeping your country safe, making sure you make it easy for people to come in. Because whoever then cuts corners, you can take action against them because they have no excuse.
And I guess that is a huge differentiator that you've just pointed out, the difference between being visa-free and fees-free for visas. There's greater control with still having to apply for a visa. It's just that it's more attainable now because finance is not a barrier.
Exactly. And they know if you pay a fee, let's say you pay $100 for a visa application, somebody can spend $1,000 in the country at hotels, in restaurants. So they know they can forego the visa fee, make it easier for you to get in because you spend longer inside the country, spending money within the economy rather than paying to get in.
And taking a look now at the banking sector, First Rand, looking at its Africa expansion, making, I guess, a bit of a selective approach there as far as that is concerned.
Yeah. That's what the CEO, Merivila Rajo First Rand, is saying. They're saying they're not looking for greenfield. So they're not going to try and get a license in every country. They will look where there's a gap, and then they can operate. For example, when you do payment systems in a country, you don't need a license. So they're saying they're looking at gaps. At the moment, they're in 8 markets: Eswatini, Namibia, Mozambique, Zambia, Lesotho, Ghana, and Nigeria. But they are looking to catch up with the likes of Standard Bank and the other banks, like especially the Nigerian banks, the Access, the Equity Bank out of Kenya. Those are the banks that are dominating. And because of the pull-out of international banks like the Standard Chartered, who are reducing their presence and restricting their participation to certain services, this is an opportunity for First Rand. But I got to say they are playing catch-up in a big way.
And taking a look at the Ghana Statistical Service, they say that the economy of the country has expanded by 6.3% in the second quarter of 2025. Better than what was experienced last year, same time.
Oh, and especially, Tony, because inflation is the lowest it has been since October 2021. It's come down to 11.5%. It used to be a real risk. The services sector, which is 41% of the GDP, up by 9.9% year on year. The agriculture sector, which is 25% of the economy, 5.2% up. So it's a fine mix. GDP itself is excluding oil is up 77.8%. So Ghana, with the highly indebted nature of its economy at the moment, does need this economic growth in the most desperate way. But it's good that at least they're starting to make a move in the right direction.
Certainly an upward trend there. And developments around relations between Egypt and Tunisia at the 18th session of the Egyptian-Tunisian Higher Committee.
Yeah, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. This is a 5,500 megawatts power. And I've seen they have already started selling some of that surplus power to the Bitcoin mining companies, Tommy, which is just an indication that this has been an ongoing project since 2011. I remember it looked like a pie in the sky when the late Prime Minister Zenawi was talking about it. He just proceeded, and the World Bank said, we won't fund it. They went crowdfunding, went into villages and asked money for $50 here, $10 there, and they eventually raised the $4 billion they needed. Only then did the world take notice that this project is going on. Sudan and Egypt are still complaining, but I just don't even know for what end they are complaining, because the dam has been inaugurated now, it's complete, it's been filled. So it's a matter of just learning to work together rather than running. They have run to the United Nations Security Council. I still don't understand for what end, because the horse has bolted. Literally, it has bolted.
The horse has bolted, so says Victor Kgomoeswana. Well, thank you so much for the leading business African stories for today. Looking forward to our catch-up again, same time next week.
Have a good weekend, Tony.
Have a great one. Thank you, Victor. That's Victor Kgomoeswana, author of Africa is Open for Business, and Africa Bounces Back, giving us a roundup of all the leading stories on the African continent. Brings us to exactly 4:56 Central African time as we make way for Vue d'Afrique with Anna Kolonji.
Bonjour Tammy, bonjour à tous les auditeurs de Channel Africa. Alors, tout à l'heure sur Vue d'Afrique, il s'agira de l'Afrique du Sud qui réouvre l'enquête sur le décès du militant noir anti-apartheid Steve Biko, près de 50 ans après sa mort dans une cellule de Pretoria. Nous parlerons également du rapport de référence sur la démocratie publié jeudi, qui alerte sur les libertés de la presse qui s'est considérablement dégradée depuis 5 ans dans 43 pays, touchant son point le plus bas en 50 ans. Et nous parlerons également du Burkina Faso, le gouvernement qui annonce l'instauration de la gratuité des visas pour les ressortissants africains. C'est tout à l'heure sur Vue d'Afrique. Merci beaucoup, Tani.
Merci beaucoup. Well, that's how we come to the end of this Friday edition and this week's edition of Africa in Business. Thank you to our amazing team. From the production side, Mabubulok, our producer, technical producer, Bongi Moyo, social media talent, Butelezi. From the news desk, Dwalani Tulongwepe, economics desk, Nosipo Zuma, and from the sporting desk, Figile Lingwati. I'm Tamingu Beni. This has been Africa in Business on Channel Africa, as we hand the reins over now to the French desk for Vue d'Afrique. Bon weekend.
Darubini ya Afrika na I am Henry Shakif.
Dar es Salaam siku ya leo ni ya kijani.
Ya kabisa.